So it is that, I don't know whether you have ever observed it, but even with the naked eye you can see that different stars have different colors. Some of them are white, but some of them are slightly bluish, and some of them are slightly orange or reddish. Okay, there are no green stars. Okay, same reason actually. Why are there no green stars? It's just because if you heat iron, first you get red, even hotter you get yellowish, even hotter white. There is no green, right? Okay, so why are some stars red and some blue and all that? So here is the idea. Some stars are not that hot, they are cool. So their outer surface temperature is roughly around 4000 Kelvin. So cool, isn't it? So the outer surface temperature is 4000 Kelvin. It's cold as far as stars are concerned. આપણા માટે બોલે બહુ ગરમ. Okay. Then there are some slightly hotter stars, which are like average stars. Okay, like sun is typical average star. Okay, there is nothing remarkable about sun. Sun જેવા તો કરોડો કેટલાય stars છે. But very few which are cold. Right? Then there are so many which are like sun. About their surface temperature is about 6000 Kelvin. Right? Surface temperature of sun is around 6000 Kelvin. These are cooler ones, slightly hotter. And then there are some, really hot stars whose surface temperature is of the order of 10,000 Kelvin. Do you know of Sirius? Sirius is the brightest star that we see in the sky. You can see Sirius easily this evening. Okay, climb up to the tent after it gets dark. Look towards the west. You are going to see a very bright bluish star. That is Sirius. Okay, you will clearly notice that it is the brightest. Okay, so it is one of sun's neighbors. Okay. What's that noise? AC? Problem. Nevertheless, so 10,000 Kelvin is the surface temperature. Under the okay, we are already talking about temperature of surface. So it has been found that the cooler stars are reddish. Okay, whichever star is cool, it is red or orange. Slightly hotter ones appear yellow or white, like sun. Okay, and even hotter would appear blue. Right, even more hot would appear blue. The reasons are exactly that graph. You see, here we go. Is that suppose some star's graph for radiation is something like this, where the peak comes somewhere about 700 nanometers, then that star would be like a red. Okay, if it is left side or temperature વધારે છે તો yellow or white, and if even more towards left side, then what that means is this star is actually emitting lot of ultraviolet. It would mean that this star is emitting lot of ultraviolet rays, but we cannot see ultraviolet. We are blind to ultraviolet. So instead of seeing something like this, suppose here 400 nanometers. So the way we are going star no peak આવી ગયો. So what that means is it's emitting lot of light with wavelength 400 nanometers. But it's also going to emit significantly higher T here, let's say like up to 500 nanometers. So what it means is overall this star is emitting lot of light between 400 and 500 nanometers. That is bluish. 400 violet, થોડીક વધારે wavelength હોય તો blue. So this star will appear blue. અને આ બાજુનું શું? આ બધું તો આપણને કંઈ દેખાતું નથી. We are blind to ultraviolet. Understood? So this is how, as temperature shifts or temperature changes, right, the color also changes. So which stars are the hottest? Blue stars are the hottest. Red stars are the coolest. Okay, blue stars are hottest and red stars are coolest. I hope the reason is clear. Reason is this wave displacement law. You can explain that by wave displacement law. For example, you point a telescope at a star and you draw this graph. That is, by taking different wavelengths, you try to measure what is the brightness. A graph बनाएगा. When you pick, okay, this must be. Then just by using that value of lambda and putting it in this formula, you can find temperature of the surface of that star. Try imagine doing that for a star hundreds of light years away. કેવી રીતે થાય? બીજી કઈ મેથડ કરો. ત્યાં જઈને થર્મોમીટર મૂકીને going 100 light years is beyond human capability, right? And it will remain like that for at least probably 100 more years. So that એનાથી વધુ. You understand what I'm saying? So in astronomy we have to rely on such indirect measurement. But this is a fairly good measurement, although it is indirect, I agree, but a good one, right? So like this you can find temperature of surface of any. Understood? Clear? Fine. So again, we assume or we consider that stars are like black bodies, and they are. Right? કારણ કે એના ગ્રાફ જે બનાવો જેવું થિયરી કે એવા જ ગ્રાફ આવે, બહુ ફરક નથી આવતો. So you can say that a star is a good example or something that's close to black. Hair is not as much as black body as a star, right? Okay. So this formula again very important. This explains the color of different glowing objects, right? Hot iron or stars or anything. Okay. So this is wave displacement law. Must remember that. After that 2.88 value I think 2.9 is that. Now let's go to the next about brightness. Okay, very simple idea. Listen to this carefully. When some object emits radiation, okay, now we are actually talking about Stephen's law. So let's put the title Stephen's law. Stephen's name first. So what is Stephen's law? Suppose there is some object and it is emitting radiation. Radiation, that is what? Transfer of energy from one phase to another. Now, hopefully you realize that when some object is emitting radiation, it's that the atoms on its surface are emitting radiation. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Yes or no? Atoms on the surface are emitting radiation. That is, they are throwing energy in form of wave. So, suppose you say that power emitted, okay, power emitted by radiation for an object. Do you agree with this? Might not be absolutely clear immediately, some of you might get it. I am saying again that atoms on the surface, they are going to emit radiation. So power emitted should be proportional to the area of surface. If surface area is more, then there will be more number of atoms on the surface. Make sense? This is not the only factor, but this is one of the factors. I repeat what I have said. Number of atoms on the surface, it will be more if the surface area is more. If surface area is more, that means more atoms are going to emit radiation, and that means the power emitted is also more. Okay, so that's one. The other thing, and that has been verified experimentally, okay, there is no simple explanation for that which I can tell you and you will understand, okay, it's like this, right? Is this the power emitted by radiation should be proportional to T raised to 4. T for what? Temperature. I cannot tell you how exactly we get this, but I can still give you some idea. Fairly simple, that one. Look, if this is some object, and let's say it's this whole thing is at temperature 500 Kelvin, then these atoms have energy, but these molecules will have energy. Now you compare it with another situation when instead of 500 Kelvin, let's say this temperature is more, for example 700 Kelvin. Then in which case do you think the atoms have more energy? More energy in 700 Kelvin? Yes or no? You might, I don't know, you might have studied it in a lot of detail or not, but I'm sure you know at least this, that when temperature increases, the energy of the atoms and molecules also increases. Are you aware of this? Right? So, what that means is, as the temperature will rise, these atoms on the surface will get more energy. So, they are also going to throw more energy out. Did you get it? They are also going to throw more energy out. Yeah. But what I am not claiming to explain is this. How we always say, if temperature is more, energy emitted per unit time is also more. But here raised to 4 came out, and that is what I am not trying to explain, and that is something which cannot be explained without doing a lot of mathematics. Clear? So I am not claiming that I am explaining why T raised to 4. So if you are curious, you might also ask, so T raised to 3 can be proportional to temperature whatever. So with temperature it should increase, I agree. So T square T cube T raised to 10 but why we get T raised to 4, that is complicated calculus, which is not really, for high school level. Samjhano? Okay. So when we combine both of these, we get that power emitted. Again, what is the meaning of power? How much energy is emitted per unit time, right? Should be proportional to A into T raised to 4. Yes or no? What is A? Surface. Okay, A is the surface. હજી લખતા નહીં, હજી ઘણું આમાં કરવાનું. So when we remove proportionality, we should get a constant. Right? When we remove proportionality, we should get some constant. Okay? But here, first of all, I am going to write this for black body. So this is for black body. So when we remove the proportionality sign, we get sigma. Right? What is sigma? We'll write it below. This sigma is a constant. Right? So we get P emitted equal to sigma A T raised to 4 for a black body. But you know that black bodies aren't real. So what about other bodies? So for other bodies, the power emitted is equal to E sigma A T raised to. There is only one difference here, right? So this is for each body or for every kind of body. Okay, for every kind of body, whether it's a black body or not, no problem. Now what have we done here? Right? What is all this? Let's write. First of all, sigma. Sigma stands for Stephen's constant. Okay, sigma stands for Stephen's constant. Okay, that's because this law is called Stephen's law. Right? And that is Stephen's. Again, sigma stands for Stephen's constant. What is its value? Both must values है. 5.678 into 5.67 into 10 raised to minus 8. So I kilometer. Can you please verify from the book? Verbal like that. 5.678 into 10 raised. 5.67 into 10 raised to minus 8. And unit will be watt or meter square Kelvin raised to minus. Okay, જો મેં કેવું યુનિટ બનાવી લીધું તમે શીખી જાઓ ફોર્મ્યુલામાં જોઈ પાવર વોટ આ એરિયા બાય ડિવાઇડ થાય મીટર સ્ક્વેર Kelvin degree for E નું શું છે મેં તમને કીધું નથી. Fine, but hopefully you got the idea how we do it when we want to find unit. કઈ યાદ રાખવાનું એટલે બધા યાદ રાખો તો રે. ઓકે રે પછી મિસ્ટેક એ થાય. આનું ઓલામાં જતો રહે એટલે આનું યુનિટ તો આવો આવતું એક્ઝામમાં તમે આવું લખ્યું. Okay, so don't depend on memory. So this is Stephen's constant. The next thing that I will tell you about is E. What is this? So first of all, let's look at for blackboard. If you remember, I told you that black bodies can absorb everything that falls on it, right? Then I also told you that black bodies can also emit. Do you remember that? Yes or no? Sure? Okay. So keep that in mind and look over here. Okay. Suppose this is a black body. And let's say it is in thermal equilibrium. What is meaning of thermal equilibrium? Temperature remains constant. And suppose from all directions, let's say that 10 joule radiation falls on it. Number the easy. Let's say 10 joule of radiation falls on it. How much will it absorb? 10 joule. Black body say it will absorb everything. And I'm sure you do realize that bodies do attain thermal equilibrium. For example, this bench right now, it is kept in this room. So this bench has attained thermal equilibrium with this room. No? Yes, of course, yes. Human body has not attained thermal equilibrium with the room because we have our own temperature control, isn't it? એટલે બહાર ગમે તે હોય તો આપણું બોડી તો ટ્રાય કરશે ટેમ્પરેચર ફિક્સ રાખવાની. ઓકે we have not attained thermal equilibrium. That's why sweating is continuously on. Suppose by chance you attain thermal equilibrium with your body, then you will not get any kind of sweat. Okay, but even not. So come back to objects that are non-living. So let's say this absorbs 10 joule because it's a black body. Now if it is in thermal equilibrium, it must also release 10 joule. Who understood that? No release करे तो શું થાય? Then temperature will increase. But we know that over some time, obviously all objects will come in thermal equilibrium. Understood? So how much is the, suppose this is done in 1 second, let's say. Suppose this is done in 1 second. So how much is the power emitted? It will be same as power absorbed. Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you agree with that? This is for a black body. Right now we are still talking about a black body. So જેટલો power receive કરે એટલો જ absorb કરશે અને એટલો જ emit કરશે. No reflection. Remember, black body means no reflection. But absorb કરી અને પાછું release કરે. That's the difference. Got it? Do you understand that these two have to be equal? Otherwise, it will never be able to attain thermal equilibrium. 10 joule આવ્યું, 10 joule emit. Let's change this object. Suppose now it's not a black body but something else. Say that this is another body, right? 10 joule falls on it in 1 second, but it doesn't absorb 100%. It only absorbs 80%. Okay, બાકીનું શું થયું? Reflect. Suppose it reflects the remaining. So how much will it absorb? From 10 joule, it will absorb 8%. That is 8 joule. Very good. So now to maintain thermal equilibrium, it will have to emit how many joules? 8 joule. ઓલામાં તો common sense use કરી આમાં કેમ ગડબડ કરો? I don't understand. Listen, it gets 10, absorbs 80% means 8 joule, reflects 2 joule. Pati you good so far. So it absorbs 8 joule now. Fine. To keep temperature constant, how much should it also emit? 8. 8 nahi kare to શું થશે? Suppose it emits 7 only, then temperature will rise because it stored 1. Is that clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
What's not clear? Where? I didn't even mention a container. I'm just saying that due to whatsoever reason, this is in thermal equilibrium. Every object can be, let's say this pen. Suppose this pen gets 10 joule from radiation, and suppose it absorbs 80%. 2% reflector, we are not even talking about. Okay. Now it has absorbed 8 joule. Then how much should it emit once again in 1 second to keep temperature constant? Understood? So we have a simple rule. If it emits some power, then it should actually be equal to the same power as absorbed. Yes or no?
Yes.
When the body is in thermal equilibrium. समझाइए? Yes or no? Okay. So, do you realize I can say black body emits 100% of what falls on it? I'll say that again. I don't know whether you heard it carefully. I said black body emits as much as falls on it. Absorbs 100%, so emits also 100% back. Clear? When it is in thermal equilibrium. Got it? Now let's come to something else. Absorbs 80%, then also has to emit 80% of what it got. Absorb नहीं, what falls. Incident समझ पड़े? Incident. There is a difference between incident and absorb. Do you understand this? Here if I say 10 joule falls on it, how much is incident? 10 joule incident. How much is absorbed? 8 joule absorbed. How much is reflected? 2 joule. So I am saying that 10 joule is incident. So if it absorbs 80%, then it should also emit 80% of that, not of this, of that. So 80% of 10 can do that. 8. 80% of 10 is 8. In short, ये तो absorb करे, ये तो emit करे. But this is only true when it is in non. नहीं तो एक जोरदार question है. Short तो પછી temperature हो जाएगी. Did you understand? Suppose this will always be equal, always. So to that. Temperature would never increase. So this is actually only equal when things are in thermal equilibrium. Got that? Okay. In thermal equilibrium, so that temperature remains constant. Okay. Then what's the difference between the other body and the black body? Good question. Sit down. You mean to say in terms of structure and all that? Okay. Here. બે સેમ જ કરે છે એવું લાગે ને. ઓકે, the difference is simply 10 આવે તો 10 જ એબ્સોર્બ કરવાનું, 10 એમિટ કરવાનું. આમાં 10 આવે તો 10 નહીં કરવાનું, 8 કરવાનું. So the difference is reflection. યાદ છે તો મેં તમને સવારે કીધું. The true hallmark of a black body is reflection. If reflection occurs, it's not a black body. Black body કોને કહેવાય? With 0% reflection. સમજાણું? Okay? Right. So why am I explaining all that? It is that suppose in some situation, like identical situation છે કે નહીં, 10 joule coming in black body, 10 joule coming in but other body. ખાલી body change થયું ને, everything else is same, identical situation. Yes or no?
Yes.
So here if this one emits 10 joule black body, then do you realize that the other body would not be emitting 10 joule, let's say it's emitting 8 joule. So આમાં એક ફેક્ટર આવ્યો. Then do you realize that in this particular case we are talking about, તમે કઈ લખતા નહીં આવો. નહીં? Yes or no? આ 0.8 શું છે? આ 10 હોય. તો other body, if black body emits 10, then in similar situation does other body also emit 10? No, it only emits 8. In short, it's only emitting 80%. એટલું જેટલા percent absorb કરે એટલા percentage emit compared to black. Clear? તો આ બે વચ્ચે શું ડિફરન્સ છે? એક ફેક્ટર આવે છે ને, into some percentage આવે છે કે નહીં? That is indicated by E. So what is E called? E is called emissivity. is called emissivity of material. Is called emissivity of material. It's a property of material. Okay. So emissivity no सीधो meaning to that compared to black body. Compared to black body, how much fraction does the material emit, or you could also say absorb, and the percentage same है जेटलू emit करे એટલું જ absorb. Okay, let's start with another example, before doing anything else. Suppose this is 0.5, let's say, for a material. Meaning it means that compared to black body, this object will only emit 50%, half, and also absorb half. So બાકીના half નું શું? Reflect. સમજ પડી? So for example, in this situation, if you put this body, then E value 0.5. So 10 joule will fall on it. It will absorb 50%. That is how much? 5 joule. And 5 joule तो एम ज reflect करते हैं. And if it is in thermal equilibrium, then it will absorb that 5 joule and also emit 5 back. Got that? Okay. Suppose this is 0.9. Let's say. So it means it is 99% like a black body. What does that mean? Out of whatever falls on it, suppose 100 joule falls on it. From that it will absorb 99 and reflect only 1. Such body will be very dark. Yes or no? Why dark? Because it hardly reflects anything. 100% mandi 1% reflection. It is going to be very dark. Clear? 99% absorb. And if it is in thermal equilibrium, then compared to black body, suppose black body would emit 100 in similar situation. Yes or no? But 100 नहीं emit करे, आगे जो emit करते हैं 99. That's why we say the emissivity is 99% or 0.9. Understood what is it? Clear? So this number is telling you how close is the object to being a black body. If this number is close to 1, it means it is like black body. On the other hand, if this number is a perfect or near perfect reflector. Reflector કોને કહેવાય? ಇದು reflector કરે, absorb નહીં કરવાનો. આ 0 હોય તો ideal reflector. Do you get it? Ideal reflector. What is the meaning of ideal reflector? They પડશે બધું reflect, nothing absorb. Got it? Okay, so 0 would mean ideal reflector, 1 would mean black body. થયું ને? અહીંયા 1 આવ્યો તો એનો મતલબ શું થાય? આ બે ફોર્મ્યુલા સેમ થઈ ગઈ કે નહીં? સમજાણું કે ન સમજાણું? If E is 1, then what does that mean? It's a black body. So कोई एम पूछे for a black body what is emissivity? 1. લખો એટલે લખો. For a black body E equal to 1. આ મીનિંગ લખાયો ને emissivity નો. For a black body E equal to 1. તો એની નીચે લખ નાખો for ideal reflector. For ideal reflector E equal to 0. Okay. So एक application based question. Let's say you want to design a metal roof. નથી જો બધા ઘણી જગ્યાએ ઉપર આ metal roof like you would have noted that if you go inside such a building it would be hot over there. Why? Because metal's E value is low but not very low. So suppose you want it to be very cool inside. Suppose you want it to be very cool inside during the day. Then what is suitable? E close to 0 or E close to 1? E close to 0. કેમ જો આ રૂપ છે sunlight is falling. Suppose E is close to 1, then it will absorb all that. Absorb કરી તો લીધું ઉપરથી, but it has to also emit it. Black body હોય તો emit કરે, તો એ emit ઉપર એક કરશે ને નીચે એક કરશે. Don't forget that. બે બાજુ હોય ને surface. You understand what I'm saying? Think about it. Let's say you take a hot pan અને આમ vertical રાખો ગરમ કરીને. તો આ બાજુ heat જાય, ઓલી બાજુ heat જાય. Same thing will happen with the roof. This roof will become like a hot pan. અને તમે શેકાઈ જશો. Got it? So on the other hand, if E is 0 or close to 0, close to that, then it will reflect all the sunlight. Okay, in summer not a problem. Summer માં સારું લાગશે અને winter માં બહુ ઠંડી લાગશે. Do you realize why? Winter માં કેમ ઠંડી લાગશે? ગરમ જ ન થાય. It will just reflect all the light. Then that room, let's say the uppermost floor, okay, it would remain very cold. In winter we get sunlight, so that decreases the cold, right? That is, we have a high temperature because of it. Otherwise it's not possible to live in such circumstances. समझाई क्या बोलूं? Right? So if someone would just ask you that which body emits maximum radiation, then the answer is black body, because for that E is equal to 1. Okay? So that is about emissivity and Stephen's law. But up to Stephen's law full. Next, in non-wave topic is net power. Power absorbed. Power absorbed. Okay, by radiation or from radiation. Power absorbed from radiation. What does this mean? For this, we'll take a particular kind of setup. Okay, that will help you understand. Look at this. If let's say there is a giant room, okay, whose temperature is Ts, S actually for surrounding. Okay, this is a giant room is surrounding. Inside that room, let's say you have put a body. Let's say you have put a body, right? Okay. Then the power absorbed. Why would it absorb power? Simple. Any object, is surrounding any object at whatever temperature, it will always emit radiation. So ani per second. Do you understand what I am saying? For example, right now we are sitting in this room. The walls are definitely emitting radiation, and that radiation does fall on us. What if? Simple idea. If the temperature of the wall or the surrounding is more, then will it emit more radiation or less radiation? આની પહેલા ગ્રાફમાં ને એમાં સમજાય intensity will be more, that means more energy is emitted. સમજાય છે? તો ગ્રાફમાં એવું હતું ને temperature will increase, so graph will go top. Okay, આ left side જાય તો બરાબર, but here we are only concerned about the top. Okay, so do you understand that if Ts is more, listen to this here, if Ts is more energy is going to be emitted or more power is going to be emitted? Yes. Yes. तो आनी पर વધારે નહીં પડે? Yes. Raise your hand if you understand this. What એક step છે જે મેં કીધું નથી, hopefully you got that. Let me repeat. If the surrounding is hotter, means more temperature, that will emit more radiation. So more radiation will fall on this, so it will absorb more. Clear or not clear? Again, I am not explaining why raised to 4. ये बोला ना जेव से जे बोलो एक्सप्लेन होता है, I explain होता है, फिर रीजन एक करो. Okay, without math. Clear so far that if temperature of surrounding is more, then this object will have to absorb more radiation. Understood? The other thing. હવે આ તરત આવડી જશે. Surface area. Why so? If surface area is more, then more atoms are going to get that energy. that okay or not okay? કેને જોઈએ સાવ એટલે મોટા રૂમમાં બધું ગરમ હોય ને એક નાની એવી નીડલ મૂકો તો એની ઉપર શું રેડિયેશન પડે. But instead of that, suppose you put a large balloon, then lot of radiation will fall on that balloon. Got it? अब ये combine करो तो पाँच वाला जेवु जावे छे. So here is the final thing. Power absorbed is equal to sigma A Ts raised to this is for backward. Again, proportionality removed, we write a constant. Now, if you compare this with other body or any in general, okay, for everybody, for each object or for each. Okay, IO. Same reason is here. याद करो मैं तुमने શું કીધું કે જેટલા % એબ્સોર્બ કરે ને એટલા જ % એમિટ કરે છે compared to black body. Yes or no? So for example, if some material has E equal to 0.5, so if black body is absorbing 100 joule, then that object will only absorb 50 joule. સમજાણું? તો એનો પાવર એબ્સોર્બ હાફ દેખાય છે કે ટોપ પડ્યું. Again, if black body in similar circumstances, it is absorbing 100 joule, so here 100 joule or 100 watt, okay, in 1 second. The unit to kind of the another. So if instead of this you put another object whose E is 0.5, then 100 joule will fall on it, but it will not absorb 100 joule. It will only absorb half, that is 50. So समझ पड़્યું આમાં કેમ E આવે છે. જેટલા % એબ્સોર્બ કરે એટલા જ % તો એમિટ કરવાનું છે. That's why whether it is about absorption or it is about emission, in both the formula we have E. What is okay? So this is the formula of power absorbed by a body, a general formula. But once again for black body you can put E equal to આમાં ને આમાં ફરક દેખાય છે ને એનો દેખાતો પાવર એમિટેડ એટલે પાવર એબ્સોર્બ ફોર્મ્યુલામાં કઈ ફરક છે શું ફરક એકમાં T એટલે ટેમ્પરેચર ઓફ બોડી ક્લિયરલી લખો એટલે લખી લો I don't want you to get confused. E is temperature of surface of body. Okay, અને બોલું TS શું છે ટેમ્પરેચર ઓફ સરાઉન્ડિંગ. એવું કેમિસ્ટ્રીમાં લખો તમે કઈ TS જેવું ટેમ્પરેચર ઓફ સરાઉન્ડિંગ. શું વાત કરો એન્ટ્રોપીમાં એમાં ક્યાંય બતાવો સરાઉન્ડિંગ સિસ્ટમ સરાઉન્ડિંગ એવું આવે ને તો એમાં કઈ નથી આવતું ટેમ્પરેચર ઓફ સરાઉન્ડિંગ રિલેટેડ. Okay, but you know generally we focus on system and we ignore surroundings. એવું જોઈએ ને thermodynamics. Okay, so power emitted, power absorbed by radiation. આ બધું રેડિયેશન માટે જો કંડક્શન ની ફોર્મ્યુલા આમાં યુઝ નહીં કરવાની. So ladies, everything on the board? Finally, net power. What do you think of net power? Total. But something is coming in and something is going out. Something is absorbed, something is emitted. So for example, 100 is emitted and 20 is absorbed. So net 80. So I can just write net power emitted is P emitted P net. P net equal to P emitted minus P absorbed. And net power emitted લખ્યું net power absorbed લખો તો ઊંધું લખો. Is that fine? This is net power emitted. So what if sure confusion નથી ને? This is the net power emitted. So this is equal to net power emitted is equal to, બસ ફોર્મ્યુલા મૂકી દો તો આવું થઈ જશે. Yes or no? આ ફોર્મ્યુલા અને ઓલી ફોર્મ્યુલા E A sigma is common and that's it. Now I frankly, I don't suggest that you try to memorize it. એના બદલે ઓલી બે યાદ રાખી લો તો નેટ કરતા તો આવડે ને, this minus this, right? Then if you want to remember it, here it is. આમાં બધા કોન્સ્ટન્ટ ભૂલી જાવ એટલે બધું થઈ જાય. E for emissivity, A for surface area, sigma for E for constant, any value too. 5.67 into 10 raised to minus 8 in SI unit પછી જોઈના temperature of body raised to 4 અને temperature of surrounding raised to 4. Suppose આ બે equal હોય તો 0, so net power 0 in equilibrium કહેવાય. Equilibrium કહેવાય ને when these two temperature, that is body's temperature and surrounding temperature is equal, so શું થાય, heat will not be transferred. Got it? Yes to say, heat is only transferred spontaneously from higher to lower temperature. Okay? एक वस्तु लखी लो, which I don't think is given in the book, but both were neat maths आमा. It's an important point. Area under I versus lambda graph. कयो ग्राफ I versus lambda I बताए? Yes. Indicates total power or energy emitted by the body. So that means area of graph is proportional to T raised to 4. अभी एक बच्चे मतलब मैथ्स यूज करें. Did you understand? Or not clear? I lambda graph હતો. Okay, એનું એક નામ છે, ભૂલી ગયો. It is called black body radiation curve. શું કહેવાય ગ્રાફને? black body radiation curve. ટાઇટલમાં લખો. કોઈ તમને નામ પૂછવાનું નથી, but when we discuss that, this name will come up. Okay. It is called black body radiation curve. જેવો ગ્રાફ ડ્રો કર્યો હતો ને. So area under that graph, it indicates what, how much power is emitted. So power emitted proportional to T raised to 4. Yes or no? Okay. That's what we do. Right? I think we are done with this chapter. क्या हुआ? ग्रीन हाउस इफेक्ट समझावવું પડશે કે આવડે તમને? નથી આવડતું ગ્રીન હાઉસ ઇફેક્ટ? આવડે ને? 2 મિનિટમાં કહી દો. If that earth is surrounded by atmosphere, wow. Okay, and some of these gases, they are very good at absorbing some radiation and not absorbing the other. For example, carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide is very good at absorbing infrared, but transparent. Listen to this carefully. But transparent in ultraviolet. What does that mean? Ultraviolet can pass through it, but infrared cannot. Methane, another example. Water, another example. What means water vapor? Okay. So what happens is during daytime, sunlight will hit the earth. But you know, sun does not emit only infrared. Sun emits infrared, ultraviolet, visible light, everything. So આ બધા gases શું કરશે? They will pass visible light, they will pass ultraviolet. Okay. Then all that energy will hit the earth. Earth will become hot. but Earth's temperature is not as high as Sun, obviously. Nitara apne અહીંયા થોડા. Okay, so when Earth will emit that radiation, just like black body or any other object, first it receives radiation, it becomes hot, so it will also emit radiation. So when Earth emits radiation, because its temperature is not so high, Earth cannot emit back in ultraviolet. Sun to bole ultraviolet emit kare. Earth cannot emit visible light or ultraviolet. So what will Earth emit? Earth ke are marathi to khali infrared જ emit થાય. So Earth will emit infrared. So infrared will try to go out in the from the atmosphere to space. Carbon dioxide says, no, you can't go, I'm here. That is, carbon dioxide will trap infrared. So એકવાર એનર્જી અંદર જ આવી ગઈ સનની, હવે બહાર જતી નથી. That's why Earth's atmosphere is hot. That's why every planet which has an atmosphere and such gases like carbon dioxide is hot. Venus is a prime example. Temperature of surface of Venus is 430 degrees Celsius. કારણ કે એનું આખું એટમોસ્ફિયર કાર્બન ડાયોક્સાઇડ થી ભરેલું છે, એટલે ઉપરથી અલ્ટ્રાવાયોલેટ આવે પછી જાય ને ઇન્ફ્રારેડ બહાર. So that's why Venus becomes hotter and hotter and hotter. Fusion, chapter number 14, standard 12, last topic. Okay. એટલે in short ક્યારે સમજાવીશ. There is something called nuclear fusion where hydrogen gets converted to helium. Right? Chemistry માં આવે છે? ફિઝિક્સ માં છે થોડું ડિટેલ. ઓકે, એ તો ક્વેશ્ચન ઓલું સ્પેક્ટ્રમ આવડે ને તમને? Starting all the way from radio waves to gamma rays. આવડે છે કે નહીં? This is your last chance. આના પછી હવે એવું કીધું કે નથી આવડતું એટલે આખા ચેપ્ટરની ફોર્મ્યુલા લખ આપી દઈશ 5 times. So here is the spectrum. Okay. On right side frequency will increase. Okay. On left side wavelength will increase. Okay. So radio waves. Then આપણે almost કઈ કામ નથી. Radio waves are waves with wavelengths of kilometers sometimes. Wavelength of a radio wave is about kilometer. Okay, it is multi-wave. Small, it can be small also, like 100 meter or 10 meter, but it can be kilometer. પછી આવે microwave. Okay, so as the name suggests, their wavelength is a little bit less than micrometer. Okay, what about micrometer? Then infrared. Okay, infrared. પછી visible light. Okay, visible light. એના પછી UV. જગ્યા ઓછી પડી. Okay, ultraviolet, that is UV. પછી X-ray. And finally gamma. Okay, so gamma rays have highest frequency and lowest wavelength. Their wavelength is less than 10 raised to minus 12 meter. Gamma rays की wavelength कितनी है? Less than 10 raised to minus 12 meter. On the other hand, radio waves can have wavelength of about 1 kilometer. એટલી એનાથી વધારે હોય. There is a big difference. Remember, these boundaries are not exact. એટલે કોઈ એમ ન કહી શકે કે હા વિઝિબલ લાઇટ હોય તો exactly 700 અને 400 વચ્ચે. It's not that exact. In fact, 700 તો આપણે જોઈ નથી શકતા. 700 nanometer. Okay? ઓલું બધું આવે ને તમારે બાર્મર સિરીઝ ને એવું. લાઇમન બાર્મર પાસે તો બાર્મર સિરીઝમાં આવડે વેવલેન્થ કેલ્ક્યુલેટ કરતા એક હોય 6561 એંગસ્ટ્રોમ, ખબર છે કે નહીં? આ બધી લાઈન, ફર્સ્ટ લાઈન, સેકન્ડ લાઈન એ ખબર પડે? આવી ફોર્મ્યુલાથી કરતા હતા 1 બાય લેમ્ડા r આમ આવું લખવાનું હોય, અહીંયા વેલ્યુ મૂકવાની. મને તો આવડે છે, હું તમને યાદ કરું. એમાં જે 6/6 એંગસ્ટ્રોમ હોય ને એને h આલ્ફા બની મળી હોય. You cannot see it that easy. દેખાતી હોત ને તો આપણને સ્કાય આખું રેડ દેખાતા હતા. કારણ કે એવા બહુ બધા ઓબ્જેક્ટ્સ છે which are so big, bigger than moon, but they are emitting this radiation which we can't see that easily. એટલે નહીંતર રાતે આપણને એવું દેખાય બધો રેડ. Anyway, so I was telling you that this 400 700 nothing is exact. એટલે કોઈ એમ ન કહી શકે કે અહીંયા માઇક્રોવેવ ખુલ્લા અને આની આગળ રેડિયો વેવ. It's not like that. The boundaries are not strict. તો પહેરીને શું કીધું? Boundaries are not strict. Right? Okay. So this is the spectrum. આખું આવડવું જોઈએ without fail. કોના પછી શું આવે? Comparison બધા. Which has more frequency, which has more wavelength. એ બધું આવડે છે. લખવું એ લખી લે. This is your last chance. આનું પછી બધું લખવું પડશે ફોર્મ્યુલા સાથે. ઓકે? એ હાય આમાં તો લો ઓફ કુલિંગ થશે તો હું ભૂલી ગયો. ન્યૂટન લો ઓફ કુલિંગ લે મને યાદ જ નહીં. તો હજી બાકી છે ત્યાં. બપોરે પછી તો આના સોંગ્સ જ નથી હો એકે વસ્તુના. As far as I remember. હા નથી. તમારી બુકમાં આપ્યું તો છે ને? એને જ આપ્યું નથી આપ્યું? સપ્લિમેન્ટરી મટીરિયલમાં આપેલું હતું એક વખત. So never mind, next time we are going to do the Newton's law of cooling, right? અને આ ગ્રીન હાઉસ ઇફેક્ટની નોટ નો ગોખી નાખતા એવું કોઈ પૂછવાનું નથી. એવો ક્વેશ્ચન 8 9 માં પૂછાય, હવે ન પૂછાય. ઓકે.